Hello everyone, welcome to the Royal Parks Half Marathon 2025. W Mills, my youngest brother, is back doing back-to-back half marathons after last week doing his first ever sub-90 at the Hastings Half Marathon. As you can see, Hastings had 290 metres of uphills. Certainly not a PB paradise, but the Royal Parks Half Marathon is much flatter. But this race comes with a twist. Will's main aim today was actually to pace his girlfriend Liv Livatello to some to her PB. Will was going to set off at 4:10 per kilometre and hold it as long as he could. He wasn't sure he was going to be able to hold it for more than 10-15k with the fatigue from last week. This would bring them home in a 1:27 high, so a PB for Will, a massive 4 or 5 minute PB for Liv. So let's go see if W Mills could be the ultimate boyfriend and pace Liv to her PB, and even if he blows up, hopefully a PB for himself as well. Go Will, go Liv! They are underway. They flash past me there. Will actually forgetting to record the start, but luckily I managed to get it. They are barreling down the outside of Hyde Park, heading towards central London and Big Ben, with dreams and aspirations of big things and hopefully still some love for each other at the end. Will on pacing duties, but Liv flying on past him, going at 3:55 per kilometre. Remember, that goal is 4 minutes 10.
Too fast, Liv.
Some early in-house fighting.
Relax yourself.
And some calming words there from W Mills. And just to show you what a big race it was, look at all the people stampeding down there. Absolutely fantastic. Liv currently still pacing Will at the moment.
Hopefully we've got some together.
Got stitch already.
Great news.
We need to slow up if you want to do the plan.
Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan, babe.
Stick to that plan, lads. 4:05 average, Will says.
Later.
Let's slow it up.
Make up the time if you feel good.
Cut it in.
Now look at your watch.
Liv getting in trouble there for looking at her watch when she was meant to just be sitting behind W Mills, who was going to do the work for her. But in all fairness to Liv, it does look like Will's going a tad slow here. 4:25 per kilometre, 4:20 now at least. But it is difficult to pace when things are this busy at the start. He's got himself down to 4:15 per kilometre, but there's currently nowhere for him to go to pick that pace up even more. I think they're still behind the 1:40 pacer actually, which is why obviously they're going to be going a lot slower than 4:10 per kilometre, but they would have been able to get there earlier and been higher up in the field if Will wouldn't have spent about 20 minutes doing a shit just before we were trying to leave. Will finally spots an opening and hurries on through, picking that pace up. Hopefully Liv has managed to get through there as well. Green vest there has the right idea, scurrying through on the pavement past everyone, but then again Will needs to be careful to not lose Liv. And all that is a tight little place for Orange Vest to squeeze into. We're all right. They're through. Will's past another large assortment of runners. And then it opens up a little bit to gain some more time. And the first kilometre is on the board. It's a 4:18, so 8 seconds behind schedule. But it's definitely better to be a little bit slow in the first kilometre than the other way round. Ease into it. Will's heart rate now 155, so very much in the steady zone at the moment. As the congestion gradually eases, still pretty busy at the moment up there, we will be able to hopefully lock in on that pace, because at the moment you can see Will's maybe seen that first kilometre and decided to pick it up a little bit to make sure we gain a few seconds back in this second kilometre.
Start to ease into it now.
And that's basically what he tells Liv. Time to ease into it and try and get locked into that goal pace. We are flying past a lot of people at the moment. Liv in a downhill again, deciding, no, I'm going to make some time up here. 3:45, 3:50 per kilometre. Easing into it, not in her vocabulary. Will W Mills have some words to say? Not for now. He's just letting her enjoy herself, stretching those legs, getting lots of overtakes done. And I imagine he's thinking, once we get back on the flat, I will plonk myself back in front of you. I wouldn't be surprised if we've actually managed to break the channel record already for overtakes in a race that aren't lapping people at parkrun. They both certainly mean serious business today. It looks like Liv's trying to break W Mills at the moment. Absolutely savage. He's struggling to stay with her, having to surge to get back there now. As we go past the mile sign, only 12 to go.
I averaged 4:09. Are you taking over pacing duties?
Liv distracting Will from the big questions.
I ain't got time for views. It's PB time, babe.
Will rightly saying that we are not here for the views, we are here to get as quick a time as possible, as far into the sub-90s as we can go. Liv continuing to lead out in the front. Will be able to ever get in front again. But as we head towards the 2nd kilometre, it doesn't. Liv is still there. Looks like they're just racing now, doesn't it? Getting a little bit congested now. Will sees an opening and finally takes the lead. More like fartlek running at the moment with how busy it is, having to surge occasionally to just get a large chunk of people out the way. But hopefully, eventually, we will start to get around more runners that are going around our pace, and we can start to make a pack. And we skip forward to 3k here. What were the last 2 kilometres as Will is continuing to overtake people, and it looks like he is on pacing duties at the moment, going along at 4:05. That 2nd kilometre of 4:02, so they'd made up 8 seconds to make up for the 8 seconds they'd lost in the first K, and then the 3rd kilometre, a very nice 4:07, 3 seconds ahead of that goal pace, but very much in and around where we need to be.
Hill's over.
Oh, no,
We only went down it.
Spectators spouting lies as normal. Luckily, we are used to this from the Hastings Half Marathon, where you've still got 10k of climbs to go, and they're shouting every single hill. It's the final one. You're full of lies.
Hastings.
Oh, Will seeing a local runner and feeling all warm inside and homely.
We can relax.
And he's also just let Liv know there that we just missed it, that their average pace is 4:08 so far, so they can relax. What a gent. Doesn't stop her from just poking her nose in front occasionally though. But just before 5k now, and there is Big Ben himself. Will looking around for Liv, and look, there she is, trying to sneak ahead of him again. Who wants to draft behind your 6'3" boyfriend? Not Liv, apparently. But who cares, because look at the 4th kilometre, a 4:09 right on the money from the lads. Will again looking desperately around to try and find her. Maybe she is actually behind him at the moment, as we get to see another lovely view of Big Ben. And the Ks are coming thick and fast now. The 5th one, a 4:10. W Mills, you should be paid for this. And that means through 5k, we've put a 20:46 in, bagging ourselves 4 seconds. Almost perfect pacing. A masterclass from W Mills, and I think that deserves a like and a subscribe. We are so close to 10,000 subs now. Under 100 to go, as Will again is looking round for Liv. I'm sure she's there somewhere.
You alright? So I lost you.
I thought you were sitting behind me. I didn't know where you were.
I was looking around, I was like, where is she? Fallen to 4:09.
Confusion reigns on the streets of London, but they have thankfully finally found each other again, and they're well on track. Will just says he thinks he's lost the pace a little bit, so it's time to focus up again. And as if by magic, we move forward to 8 kilometres, so we have 3 splits to take a look at. And it does please me that I can't see Liv ahead of us. Hopefully she is right behind him. 6th kilometre, a 4:15, so as they thought they had slowed up a little bit. A 4 minutes and 8 seconds after focusing up again in the 7th K. And then a perfect 4:10 in the 8th kilometre. This is simmering into something quite special as they head back down the mall towards Hyde Park. 8.2k, and we're continuing to pick people off, going along at our goal pace 4:10. It might start to get slightly harder when we do go back into Hyde Park and we're not running on these perfectly pancake flat roads. Liv getting some fantastic encouragement from the lady in the American flag as we are almost a few hundred meters away from heading into the park where J Mills was waiting for them. Go Will, go Liv! That is a lad that knows he's cooking today. But Liv is not right with him. There she flies. She was visibly to me in a little bit of a tough spell, grimacing ever so slightly. I'm hearing that her coffee may not have been sitting very well in the stomach, trying to come up to view the streets of London. She did have about 17 before we got here. But here we are at 11k, and I can confirm she still is with W Mills. Their 9th K at 4:15, a little bit of a hill in that one. 10th K at 4:06 to make up for it. Which means that second 5k was a 20 minutes and 54 seconds, just 4 seconds behind the goal. Adding up with the first K, we are now exactly level with the goal. Absolutely impeccable pacing by W Mills as we start flying through a cheer zone, hitting 7 miles now. Over halfway. Keep it up, lads and ladettes. Oh, but we are through 11k, so we'll shove that one up. 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Do we expect anything different at this point? Dub be flying, and that pace has increased a little bit. 4 flat per kilometre I'm seeing a lot of. We're coming up to the 1 hour 30 pacer, and we're very much on for well below sub 90 at the moment. Classic pacing. And Will, I think, has decided he wants to get ahead of that pack. As they head into the heart of Hyde Park, this might prove tricky as the paths narrow, and we might need to take some avoiding action off onto the grass. Will slicing his way through the field still. I do hope that Liv is still there, as this pace is pretty hot. 4 flat per kilometre. This is 124, 125 pace, as we are now right with that 1 hour 30 pacer. It's popping off up here in PB Island. Will gives a high five. The vibes be vibing as he continues to get closer and closer to that pacer. Looking a little bit tight with that gate on the right to get through here. He has to bide his time, but he wants to get past as quick as possible. It opens up. Is he going to take the opening? You bloody bet you who he is. He moves on ahead of them. 3:55 per kilometre there. Approaching 12 kilometres, and J Mills is just up there waiting for them once more.
Go on, Wildo!
Where the bloody hell is Liv, though?
Keep going, Liv!
There she is! And here is why she's fallen so far behind. A 4 minutes and 1 second from W Mills. Has he just left poor Liv for dead? Well, apparently not, sort of anyway. I'm hearing in my ear that Will said he was feeling the best he's ever felt and wanted to just kick on, and Liv gave him the go-ahead. 3:50 per kilometre at the moment. He wasn't expecting to feel this good a week after his half marathon PB, but he's obviously feeling absolutely incredible, and you just never know when you're going to get those days. So Liv has given him her blessing to push forward. That's Will's story anyway. Who knows what Liv really said? I can't imagine she was able to say much at this point, but Will heard what he wanted to hear. And that 13th K was a 4 minute flat, and this is getting serious out there. He's running at a speed not much slower than mine and Damo's half marathon PB. I am not sure British Heart Foundation quite knows what he's dealing with to his right hand side. Farewell, my friend. I hope you finish strong. But there's someone out there feeling even better than Dub Mills. Adios Pro 4's there, flying on through. Will is not silly enough to make any attempt going along with that pace, but he does move himself up right behind this trio, but I don't think he'll be behind them long. Oh, hello, British Heart Foundation. Welcome back. Will W Mills like that? Not at all. He moves on past that trio on the right. Is he going to go straight back past British Heart Foundation, asserting his authority? Not quite fin... What the bloody hell is Liv doing there? Bearing in mind, this is literally 500 metres after I saw them, where she looked like she was struggling. She was 5 to maybe 7, 8 seconds behind. Will drop pace for the tiniest amount of time, and Liv's just snuck on through. Will's had to surge now to 3:50 per kilometre to get on back behind her. Liv is not going down without a fight.
Sneaky sausage.
Oh, I didn't see you there, officer. Sorry.
Where'd you get it?
A cheeky, knowing grin there from Liv. I think it's the fact she just didn't acknowledge him at all. Just moved on through. But it's meant they've both upped that pace again. Back towards 4 flat. Almost at 2/3 distance.
You're looking good. 4:07 average.
Will says they're 4:07 average now, which is 1:26 half marathon pace. As Will says, they are flying along. But all pacing plans are out the window now. It's a head-to-head between them. Who is going to get the W now? The strut ahead from Liv shows she is not here to lose. Through 14k now, another 4:01. Liv, as Will said, is looking super strong, and it might be W Mills now clinging on to her. How the tables have turned.
See how long I can keep with this. Absolute speedy.
And as I thought, Will not sure he can live with this, and Liv looking so comfortable, just looking round, checking the clock, dipping to 3:55 per kilometre, overtaking blokes for fun. We love to see it. They are absolutely blitzing past people. The power couple of the year. This is bloody brilliant as we're about to hit 1 hour on the clock. Through that 9-mile sign, just 4 to go. Not a soul can currently live with them. Liv is taking them to the promised land. See you later, lads. You just know Will right now is thinking, this is quite quick. Wouldn't mind a little respite for a few 100 meters, but he can't. He's got to stick with Liv. Round the corner they go, and shortly I am going to get the shock of my life when I saw Liv for the first time ahead of Will. Keep going, Liv. Keep going, Dub. A quite brilliant piece of filming there from me. And at 16k, Will said it was getting tough. He has fallen behind the Liv train. Let's have a look at those splits, though. A 4 minutes and 4 seconds 15 kilometre, but it was a little bit uphill, meaning we have dropped a 20 minutes and 15 seconds in that last 5k, gaining 35 seconds against the original goal. Will appears to be clinging on for dear life now with just 5k to go. That 16th K, a 4 minutes and 2 seconds. The 10-mile sign up there just coming up. How much does Will want to PB? How much does he want to actually beat Liv? He fully supports her and wants her to do as best she can. But surely he still wants to get the W, really. But has he got the fitness? Has he got the legs? Is Liv just too bloody good for him? And she's really pushing the pace here, trying to break him. I'm seeing a lot of 3:55 per kilometre. This is a nice gradual downhill kilometre. Will this be the end for poor Dub? Liv giving it the big uns for the Breast Cancer Now team that she is running in aid of. If you want to donate to the link, it will be down below in the description. Back to Project Try and Destroy Your Boyfriend, though. But Will is not going out without a fight. He's managed to get right back up behind her once more. Meanwhile, poor old J Mills was in a race against time to try and get to the finish line by the end, but I was stuck on the right-hand side of them here, trying to get across 2 lanes of running traffic, but desperate to try and get there to record those finishing kicks, as Will now is lurking right behind Liv. And is he thinking of just going through as well as Liv did earlier to him? Liv having absolutely none of it. Will just went to 3:55 per K, so probably a little 350k burst there from Liv. And now we have quite a steep downhill here. I have ran loops around Hyde Park myself. Will Liv try and gain a little bit of time on Will here, as Will does not enjoy running down the steeps too much, and as I suspected, bye-bye Liv. Will try and gain that time back in the gradual uphill section coming up afterwards. But all of that work to get right behind her, and he's got to make it up again. It's been a grueling day out there for Will, but only 4.2-ish K to go. 17th K, a 3:57. Gee whiz, they are pushing each other to their limits. This is a nasty little uphill section that Will is doing his utmost to stay with Liv during. Once they reach the top of this small hill at 17.5k-ish, it's pretty much downhill or flat till then, until the final finishing kick, which is a little bit uphill, which I'm sure they won't enjoy. You can hear how much Will is pushing now. I think without a blow-up, they are both on for a 126, 127. El Doggo having an absolute gallop alongside them. Hopefully they've got that kick at the end. Come on, W Mills, keep on pushing. Where is that dog off to? I hope his owner knows where he is. And as they turn left now, they finally reach the top of that nasty little hill. Will has lost a bit of ground, but he's close enough to hopefully try and surge on back up behind her if he really, really does want this. Is that the 11-mile sign coming up over there? So 3.2k to go, and there are mere seconds separating them. Oh, I feel you, Wildo. Will has managed to pick that pace back up to 4 flat now, but Liv's going even quicker. She is gradually easing away from W Mills.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he's trying to G himself up, but the pain is getting oh so real, and Liv is just being relentless with this pace.
3k.
Yes, it's just 3k to go, Dub.
Fucking easy.
Yes, brother, just 12 minutes of running at this pace. Absolutely easy as hell. Just keep Liv in your sights, and it's 100% a massive PB still.
No more hills, please.
He's begging for no more hills, and he's not going to like the finishing stretch, but he should be able to at least see the finish line by then. And that 18th K with the uphill are 4 minutes and 10 seconds, but I think this 19th might be quite a bit quicker, at least for Liv. Round the corner, Liv goes.
Go on, Livy.
Will giving Liv even more encouragement to kick on, but he's still going to want to try and catch her up best he can. He quickly dispatches of blue top and white vest here. Is there any chance he can claw that gap back to Liv? I think she might be long gone. Will's chance of beating Liv is over.
Lay a whisper on my pillow.
But he still managed a 20 minutes and 22 seconds in that last 5k. 28 seconds up on the goal. Liv has just gone stratospheric. It just would have been oh so lovely to see them cross the line together, wouldn't it?
Touch me now. I close my eyes and dream away.
Oh well.
It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good, but I lost it somehow.
800 metres to go on this potentially relationship-defining race. Will's picking it up to 350 per kilometre to try and not be humbled too badly. Pushing now into the 3-minute 40s, and he needs to. I think he is very much going to be right on the borderline between a 126 high and a 127 low. And he will desperately want that 126 as compensation.
That's it, guys. You're able to slow well. Come on.
Bloody love that support.
In your home, and it's a home. Winter's day, I dream away.
The final left-hand turn now, and it's a straight line for home.
But it's over now. It was all that I wanted.
Dub kicks into overdrive.
It must have been love, but it's over now. It's where the water flows. It's where the wind blows.
Keep attacking, Wilder. You're almost there. 400 metres to go. The rather naughty little hill finish is to come, but we love hills, don't we, W Mills? We are the Hill Destroyer 9000s after a summer of hill sprint. 70 seconds to get to the finish line.
It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good, but I lost it somehow. It must have been love, but it's over now.
1K has been breached on his watch, but look at the left, 200 metres to go. His watch is slightly off, so he's got to dig for just a little bit longer than he was hoping. Can he get there in 40 seconds?
It's all that I wanted, not living without.
Come on, Wildo. Sprint finish. You've always got a sprint finish, but today you've given it absolutely everything. You know when W Mills is struggling to get in the threes at the end, that he hasn't left many seconds out there. You can see the finish line orange coming up. He's having a race with this girl in the burgundy top. The final stretches of this half marathon. The guy in the blue and orange top, his legs have absolutely gone. Will gets past him, but the girl kicks harder, defeating W Mills. And look at the clock, we just missed out on a 1:26, but still a huge PB. How the bloody hell did Liv do in the end? Jesus Christ, a 1:26.36. An insane effort from someone that's been injured most of the summer, has just got back to fitness, getting up to at most 40k a week. Will just missing out on a 1:26 with a 1:27.07, some 30 seconds behind Liv, but still a PB by over 2.5 minutes. One to be proud of, and he was meant to just be pacing Liv for as long as possible. He definitely would have taken this at the start of the day, and who knows if his legs were completely fresh, if he hadn't done the Hastings half the week before, it could have been oh so close. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will be back in a couple of days for my Hastings half marathon attempt when I was trying to break Damo's PB around there. It was pretty close. We will see you then.